It's never a good idea to go into space without some kind of protection. However, for the sake of argument, what if someone decided to jump into space without a spacesuit? You might think that your death would be instantaneous, but that isn't always the case. There are some places where you could survive for a brief time at least. If you're lucky, you might get yourself a few minutes in some truly out-of-this-world places. Neil deGrasse Tyson, an astrophysicist working with the American Natural History Museum, analyzed exactly how long it would take you to meet your unfortunate demise on the other planets of our solar system if you had no spacesuit. Obviously, visiting other planets comes with all sorts of other complications. For example, apart from the threat of suffocation, the low-pressure experience outside of our protective atmosphere would also cause you to suffer from embolism. Before worrying about the planets, let's see if we even stand a chance in the vacuum of space surrounding us on all sides. The answer is no. There is no chance of surviving in the scary cosmic void. In science fiction movies, we often see people's heads exploding or being frozen by the apparent pressure differential or lack of heat, respectively. As long as you don't try to hold your breath, you will survive for about 30 seconds before you sustain any injuries. These 30 seconds won't be the most comfortable moments of your life, but you will still technically be alive. The main cause of your death will be asphyxiation, not getting compressed by the sudden bursts of pressure or being set ablaze by the extreme galactic temperatures. The search for extraterrestrial life and the possibility of human survival on other planets has been a topic of great interest for scientists and researchers for many years. While the idea of life on other planets may seem like science fiction, recent discoveries and advancements in technology have made it increasingly likely that we may one day discover evidence of life on other planets. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about can humans survive on other planets. So without further ado, let's dig right in. Mercury. Humans are unlikely to live on Mercury, the nearest planet to the Sun. Human survival would be almost impossible due to the planet's severe circumstances. Mercury's surface is coated with fine dust and rock, and temperatures may exceed 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. There is no atmosphere to shield the planet from the sun's strong radiation, and there is no water or oxygen to sustain human life. Furthermore, the planet undergoes significant temperature changes, with nighttime temperatures plummeting to minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. Because there is no atmosphere, there is no protection against meteoroids and other space debris that regularly assault the planet. This would make any person on the surface very hazardous. Furthermore, the planet has a relatively weak magnetic field, which would expose people to extreme quantities of radiation. This radiation would be harmful to one's health, causing cancer and other ailments. Furthermore, Mercury has no resources capable of supporting human life. There is no water on the Earth, no plants or animals, and no natural resources that might sustain human existence. This implies that any person transported to the planet would have to carry all of the essential supplies, which would be very difficult and expensive. Finally, the extreme circumstances on Mercury make it difficult for humans to thrive. Humans would be unable to exist on the planet's surface due to a lack of an atmosphere, harsh temperatures, high amounts of radiation, and a scarcity of supplies. Any effort to establish a human presence on Mercury would be very difficult and expensive, and any people transported to the planet would almost certainly perish. Venus. It would be like landing inside an oven if you visited Venus. Its surface temperature is about 400 degrees Celsius. Its surface pressure is likewise around 90 times that of Earth. A spacesuit built for Venus would have to be made of titanium. Without a spacesuit, you'd be squished in seconds if you weren't already transformed into dust. Even if the gravitational force is equivalent to that of Earth, the more you know. The time period of survival is around a second. Earth, without holding our breaths or donning any kind of spacesuit, we can survive for about 80 years. Not bad. Europa, Jupiter's moon. The ice moon of Jupiter, Europa, has long been regarded as a possibly habitable planet in the solar system. But what would human researchers discover if they landed their spacecraft on the moon's frozen surface? It would be difficult, but not impossible, to live on Jupiter's surface. Jupiter has more than 60 moons, some of which might serve as permanent bases. With its low radiation levels, geologic stability, and massive volume of water ice, another Jupiter moon, Europa, is predicted to contain a big water ocean under its frozen surface and is regarded as the ideal spot in our solar system to discover life. Setting up a research facility on Europa would allow scientists to investigate that possibly habitable ocean. Europa, one of Jupiter's biggest moons, is widely regarded as one of the most probable sites in our solar system for life to exist. This is owing to the existence of a subterranean ocean under its frozen cover, which may include life-sustaining materials like as water and organic molecules. The terrible circumstances on Europa's surface, however, including very freezing temperatures and powerful radiation, make it impossible to envisage any sort of life as we know it surviving there. Despite these obstacles, scientists have postulated many scenarios in which life may persist on Europa. One theory is that living forms might survive in the subterranean ocean, safe from the harsh surface environment. Furthermore, the ocean may include geothermal vents, which might offer the energy required for life to exist. Another theory is that life forms live in the deep ocean, where they are safe from the harsh surface circumstances. To summarize, although the prospect of life on Europa is interesting, the severe circumstances on the moon's surface make it impossible to envisage any kind of life as we know it surviving there. Mars. Surviving on Mars is a subject of significant interest to both scientists and space enthusiasts. The planet's closeness to Earth, as well as its size and composition similarities, make it an appealing target for future human exploration and possibly settlement. However, the severe circumstances of Mars, such as its thin atmosphere, high cold, and lack of liquid water, make life difficult. Scientists are actively investigating terraforming subterranean liquid water and the usage of underground dwellings as possible answers to these difficulties. Terraforming is the process of modifying a planet's atmosphere and temperature to create a livable environment. Scientists are now looking at the prospect of terraforming Mars by injecting gases into the planet's atmosphere to thicken it and trap heat, as well as building a magnetic field to shield the planet from solar radiation. While the science of terraforming is still in its early stages, it has the potential to establish a viable climate on Mars. Another possibility for existence on Mars is subsurface liquid water. Scientists think that subterranean liquid water on Mars might sustain life and offer a water supply for future human settlements. The subterranean water might be utilized for cultivation and other forms of life support. In addition, scientists are looking at the possibility of subsurface homes, which might offer a safe environment for people to live and work on Mars. Another possible method for living on Mars is the utilization of subsurface homes. Underground dwellings would be constructed to shield residents from the harsh surface environment. Scientists are actively researching the use of subsurface lava tubes on Mars as possible dwellings. These tubes, produced by previous volcanic activity, might offer a safe haven for human civilizations. Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune. Because of the severe circumstances on these planets, living on Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune is now thought to be very impossible. The ice giants Uranus and Neptune have surface temperatures as low as -361 and -369 degrees Fahrenheit respectively. Saturn, a gas giant, has very low temperatures and a thick atmosphere dominated by hydrogen and helium. Furthermore, all three planets have tremendous amounts of radiation and no solid surface on which people may stand. The notion of populating these worlds is now gaining popularity among scientists and science fiction fans. However, due to the extreme environment on these worlds, humanity are unlikely to live without considerable technological improvements. One possible solution has been proposed: the utilization of floating cities in the atmospheres of these planets to offer a suitable environment for humanity. However, the technology to build such cities presently does not exist. Another method mentioned is to employ robotic explorers to research these worlds and look for indications of life. These robots would be able to resist the extreme environments on these planets and could be able to harvest resources that might be utilized to sustain human existence. Furthermore, scientists are also investigating the possibility of underground waters on Uranus and Neptune that might host life. So what do you guys think? Will it be possible in future to live on other planets? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video if you enjoy it. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.